Get my 6. Get my 6. Again. You're not used to getting that twice in one video, are you? Isn't it absolutely beautiful when it rains and the sun is out? I love it. And also, of course, remember, when it rains, according to the research I've done, that's also a time when the veil thins a bit. So here we are, just inside the wood line where field meets forest, in the rain, going on evening, another time the veil starts to grow thinner. And I have a problem, and I want to tell you about it. It's pretty serious. It's a serious problem. And this first. I want to tell you this first. Earlier today, I was on the back porch working, and this is part of my problem. And I was looking up here in this forest, in the woods behind my house, to see if I could capture a glimpse of the Bigfoot Sasquatch that may or may not live up here, right? And my house is several hundred yards away from the forest, so I needed my optics. So I went inside and I got an empty toilet paper roll, and so I'm looking around. Thought I heard a growl or like a rumble, and it's not thunder. The storm's passed. So I'm looking around, and I think I detect movement, but I wasn't sure because, empty paper, toilet paper rolls are only like this big. So I went in the house to get a longer optic. I went and I got one of my empty Christmas paper wrapping tubes, because those things are like 3 feet long. They've got greater, reach. So I'm sitting down there and I'm looking through the tube up here to see if I can see what may or may not live up here. And I get a message from my editor. I'm like, he's very needy getting to be. We're done with that book, October Nights, 31 Tales for the Halloween season. So, which, by the way, the Kindle copy came out maybe 4 days or so ago. And it was the #1 best-selling, newly released horror anthology on Amazon, like in just a matter of hours. So I look and I see what's this guy talking about? What's the message here? He's going to interrupt my work. I'm here on the back porch, actually writing. That's part of the problem. And I'm looking through my empty Christmas wrapping paper tube to try to see if I may have actually seen what I believe I might have saw. So his message, he says, hey, October Nights, 31 Tales for the Halloween season, the ebook is no longer the #1 best-selling, newly released horror anthology on Amazon. You've dropped to #2. So I replied, I'm like, well, whatever. It was good while it lasted, It was there for like 3 days. And he's like, go look and see what's #1. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I mean, it's flattering that happened, but I don't care what's #1. I'm sure it's that Stephen King guy, or, maybe they, re-released a collection of H.P. Lovecraft's work or whatever. He's like, no, go look. I'm like, dude, I'm busy. There may or may not be crazy when you hear things that aren't there. And I'm not alone. You guys heard that too. Okay, so anyway, I tell my editor, I don't have time for this. I'm busy. I'm looking in the woods. There may or may not be something 8 feet tall, potentially weighing between 800 and 1,000 pounds up there. And it would really be beneficial for me if I could see it. So he sends me another message. He goes, look at this screenshot. He went there and he took a screenshot of it. Okay, so just to get this guy to go away, I opened the image and he was right. October nights, 31 tails. Guys, we're not alone in these woods. I almost ran away, but I didn't. I'm staying, okay? But I'm getting my 6 right now, so you get my other 6. That doesn't make any sense, because how can we both be getting my 6 if we're looking in 2 different directions? It's like Mark Twain said, and you would know this if you read Bigfoot Sasquatch Files Volume 3. Fiction is harder to write than nonfiction because at least fiction has to make sense. This is nonfiction right now in this forest, and it's not making any sense. Yep, right there. Watch it. I will not change my angle. We're going to watch for movement. Another growl. I'm really trying to tell you this story and my problem. Okay, so anyway, I look at my editor's image. He sent me the screenshot. I think the last couple minutes of this video, I'm just going to tell you this, and then I'm going to flip the phone so we can zoom, and I'm going to walk around through here a little bit and see what we may or may not capture on film. So I look at the screenshot, and sure enough, October nights, 31 tails for the Halloween season. The Kindle version, the ebook, had fallen to number 2 best-selling newly released horror anthology on Amazon. And to humor my editor, I looked to see who was number 1, and the number 1 best-selling newly released horror anthology on Amazon is October Nights, 31 Tales for the Halloween season, paperback version. So yes, it's here. The good news is it's here as of effective last night. The paperback version of the anthology is now available. And I posted that on the community board here on the channel. And once again, you guys, my faithful, loyal, wonderful viewers, rushed over there and you bought it. So many of you did that it's now number 1. So I now have a number 1 and a number 2 on the bestsellers list for new releases, and it's the same book, just 2 different formats. That's odd. I don't know if that's ever been done before. It's never been done by me before, so I'll say it's never been done before. and I'll just leave out the by me part. But that's amazing. So I wanted to thank you, every one of you, for that. And of course, let those of you who don't know it's out in print yet know, and you can get it. The link is in the description box of this video. But now here's the problem. Here's the problem I'm having. I told myself, and I told my beautiful bride dearly, aka Giggly Girl, that when I was done with this project, I was going to take some time off, because I have been working, like, my eyes are red from staring at the computer screen so much for the last 3 months. And I said, I'm going to take some time off, you know. And so it's 2 days ago. Everything was complete. That was supposed to be my first day off. Dearly and our son was at Virginia Beach with some friends of ours. And I had time alone in my house. I got a lot of stuff done. I stacked a bunch of firewood. I mowed. I did some weed eating that I'd put off. We had some weeds that were like 3 feet tall that shouldn't be. But I wasn't writing. And so I go to my reading nook upstairs. I sit there, you know. It was raining. We've had a lot of rain here lately. And so I'm looking out over the bottom portion of our pond and the fruit orchard down there. And there was a deer down there eating the lower branches of a big mimosa tree over there. She was standing up on her hind legs, reaching up as far as she could and eating them. And I had a memory of something that happened probably 35 years ago. And instantly I had an entire story in my head, and I raced downstairs to get my laptop, sat at the dining room table, stared out into the rain, and began typing. And for the rest of that day and yesterday, before my family got back from the beach, I completed the entire first story of Bigfoot Sasquatch Files Volume 4. So much for my break. I just break my back putting this anthology together that's been, some of those stories I wrote many years ago and just stuck them in a drawer. Some of them I had in my head but didn't write them because I didn't have an audience. But now I do because of you guys, and you'll never know how grateful I am for that. Thank you so much. So I finally put it together, and it was a lot of work, took a lot of time. But then I said I was going to take a break, and I'm not. I'm already well into Bigfoot Sasquatch Files Volume 4. And it takes about a month or stuff to put those. It's 20,000 words, but they're 20,000 well-written words. Those of you who have been reading that know that. I'm not just pumping crap out. It's good stuff. It's just what I do. But I was kind of like down on myself for just not taking time off. I mean, I know people that everybody usually takes a couple days a week off. I don't. I took 1 day off about 3 weeks ago, and that was the first day I did not work in 6 years. That's just not who I am. I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do, so it doesn't really even feel like work. You know how they say that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life? I'm like a living testament to that. I know people who don't work, and they seem to not have a problem with it, but I don't. It's like I just feel like if this story comes up here somehow, it's my job to write it, get it out, don't forget it, put it out there. And but really, is it a problem at the end of the day? No, I don't think so. I mean, it kind of is, because I need a break. I think what I might have to do, and it's been difficult because of this COVID-19 thing, I need to go somewhere. I need to just pack the family up in a truck and just take off driving and and you know what? Leave my laptop here at home. So I'm not in a hotel room somewhere writing or something. I don't know. That might be the only way that I'm able to kind of overcome my work ethic enough to take a couple days off. So anyway, I just wanted to share all that with you. You know what? Let's do it. Let's flip the phone and let's just walk up toward the top of the hill. I heard a tree knock. Did you hear that? What's that right there? Center screen. Where'd it go? That's as zoomed in as I could go. What? What is that? By the way, guys, I wanted to mention this. I'm going to put a video at the end of this video from my wife's channel, Dearly, Life with Dearly. Something really creepy happened to her this morning while she was making a video. I was out mountain biking at the time, but my guitar was outside on our picnic table on the back porch because yesterday afternoon, while I was trying to not work, I was out there playing my guitar a bit and thinking about writing a Grammy Award winning song, but still thinking about it. And so she's making this video, and all of a sudden one of the strings on my guitar just snaps and breaks. I'm going to put that video at the end of this one. You got to watch that. I think it's called I'm Back from the Beach and someone's not happy about it or something. But you watch. Those of you who are reading, or some of you have already read October Nights, you're going to get it. I think something came through the veil and joined us on this side during the writing of these stories because of what was written in these stories. And it might be with us here and now. It's a good thing I didn't bring my guitar up here with me because I don't have any more extra strings. Skeeters. Ooh, look at that. That's what I was waiting on. Thanks for being here with me for another episode of the PBS. The potential Bigfoot Sasquatch show. alligators.